What is the history of St. Patrick's Day? Well, St. Patrick's Day was first celebrated in Ireland as a religious feast day in 1631 to commemorate the life of St. Patrick. The feast day took place on the anniversary of Patrick's death, which was believed to be March 17, 461 AD. However, the first St. Patrick's Day parade was held 30 years earlier in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. In the 70s, the two oldest St. Patrick's Day celebrations were held in Boston and New York City. Boston's first celebration dates back to 1737. New York City's St. Patrick's Day parade was first held in 1762 and is the longest running parade in history. Up until the 1800s, the holiday was most associated with the color blue. The Irish flag was blue, and so was the color that represented St. Patrick. The answer for the color swap could be a few things. First, Ireland is known for its green hills, which gives them the nickname the Emerald Isle. The shamrock is also green and was a symbol used by St. Patrick to explain the Holy Trinity. The most likely answer is that in the Irish Rebellion, Irish soldiers wore green as they fought off the British in their trademark red. The flag was officially changed after the Irish War of Independence in 1919. Green represents the Catholics who rebelled against Protestant England. Orange represents Protestants who do not venerate saints, and the white block symbolizes peace between the two factions. When the Great Potato Famine hit Ireland in 1845, close to 1 million Irish immigrated to the United States. The influx of Irish Americans led to the growing popularity of the holiday here in the States. Almost 300 years after Ireland celebrated its first feast day, in 1903 it finally became a national holiday and held its first ever St. Patrick's Day parade. One of the oldest St. Patrick's Day traditions started in 1962 in Chicago. City pollution control workers used dyes to trace illegal sewage discharges and realized that the green dye might provide a unique way to celebrate the holiday. That year, they released 100 pounds of green vegetable dye into the river, enough to keep it green for a week. Today, in order to minimize environmental damage, only 40 pounds of dye are used, and the river turns green for only several hours. While all of this is happening in the States, bars in Ireland were forced by law to be shut down for the holiday due to its religious connections until 1970. And beginning in 1995, the Irish government began a national campaign to use interest in St. Patrick's Day, to drive tourism and showcase Ireland and Irish culture to the rest of the world. So how did a religious holiday turn into the drink fest that it is today? Well, one answer is a huge marketing push from Budweiser in the 80s convinced consumers that drinking beer and St. Patrick's Day go together like peanut butter and jelly. And just last year in 2020, the coronavirus pandemic forced the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York City to cancel. It was the first time in the 259-year history. If you want to learn more about St. Patrick himself or maybe about the Irish Rebellion, click one of those links. Subscribe to the channel for more news from Virginia Tech journalists.